When answering a question like number 17, what you're given here is the concentration of H plus from an acid, and the H plus is, you're told, is 0.00409 molar. And you're also told what the H plus for water would be adjusted for the 5% rule. So garden variety water, whoops, let's get a brush here. Garden variety water will have a concentration of H plus of around 4.5 times 10 to the negative 7 molar. That would be the top value, and that's been adjusted for 5%. So it's really 1 times 10 to the negative 7, and then we've added 5% to that, essentially, so we get 4.5 times 10 to the negative 7 molar. That's what we're going to get from water. Now, this acid HA is producing a concentration of H plus of 0.00409 molar. So the immediate thing you can say is that the H plus from the HA is a whole lot more than the H2O from the water. Now, if you've got the total H plus in solution, I think you'd agree that it's going to be the concentration of H plus from water from the H2O plus the concentration of H plus from HA. And you can see that if we did that equation, we'd end up getting 0.00409 plus 0.00000, not zeros here, 45. If I took this and I converted it into a decimal, and you can see by significant figures rules that this would come out to be 0.00409. So what that means is that the water H plus would not need to be considered in the above calculation because it wouldn't matter. But your question might be, well, when would it matter? Well, let's say the concentration of H plus from HA is comparable to 4.5 times 10 to the negative 7, then it would actually make a difference to this significant figure calculation. It would need to be considered. More correctly, the concentration of H plus from water would need to be considered. So what do I mean by comparable? Well, I'd say anything that would affect this calculation if this was small enough or of similar numbers of decimal places to what we had here. So I'd say, as a rule of thumb, if the the H plus, it's too high up here, put it over here. If the H plus from the HA is less than, say, 10 to the negative 5, then the H plus from water would need to be considered. And again, the reasoning here is that you're putting that value in down here, and since 10 to the negative 5 is comparable to 10 to the negative 7, you could make the argument when you added these two together that it would change the value that you see right here, which means that this effectively has changed the value of the H plus concentration.